One, first I want to say call Haloyim, La Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rahak Wadash, the abundance of the elder apostles, a great millstone, rule well, and of Tarzan's knowledge. Honors and salutations to you fellow laborers, doing the work week in, week out. Shalom to you and shalom to the few Akwaf that believe as well. This is from the New York Times, and this is just a real quick video I'm going to post. Lord willing is edifying. I made a video recently about, things not being, as far as within the land of Israel, things not being, at rest, okay? Because we know that according to scriptures, because in that old video I did, I think it was last week I did it, the scriptures say that Jacob shall be at rest when he returned into his land that he had given unto Jacob, which, that represents the nation of Israel. Now, this is dated March 27, 2023. And remember, like roughly almost 75 years, these people have been in the land and they haven't had no rest from day one. All right, day one, the so-called Arabs, which are the people of Ishmael, all right, and the Amalekites, which is of the house of Esau, Edom, also known as Idumea in the Greek, but they're known as the Edomites in the Bible. They've been having many wars among each other, and you see in a video in the background where they're protesting in mass over in the land of Israel. So it says unrest surges in Israel, videos and photos, and this is from the New York Times, by the way. Okay. Civil unrest continued across Israel's major cities for a second day on Monday, even as Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announced he would delay his government's plan to overhaul the country's judicial system, which is referring to the law, all right, which according to the Bible, the children of Israel, all right, even when you go in the ancient times, right, the Jews were known for what? Having their law, which was the law that God had given them. All right. They didn't create their own law. The law was given unto them from the Lord, all right, by way of Moses. All right. When Moses went up into the mount and he came down with the tablets of stone. All right. And that's the law that the Israelites would would agree to keep throughout the generations. All right. And if they didn't keep them, the curses would befall upon them, right? So that law was, was given for the Israelites to strictly follow, or there would be consequences, okay? And so if he's trying to overhaul the judicial system, that means he's trying to do away with the laws of the Heavenly Father, which proves that the people are not in the land. It says police use water cannons and stun grenades to disperse pro and anti-government protesters who were blocking main roads in Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, and other parts of the country. The delay followed a stormy and chaotic night of protests on Sunday against efforts by the government to assert greater control over the Supreme Court. See, I mean, this is crazy, right? Protesters blocked a major highway, lit bonfires, and clashed with police. Now, when you go into the Bible and the book of Isaiah, the second chapter, right? And this is prophecy, right? Isaiah 2, verse 1. The word that Isaiah, the son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. And here comes the point right now. And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, from Jerusalem. See? So the law was going to go forth. The law is what, as the first 5 books of Moses, which contains what? The law. You have laws, you have commandments, statutes, and judgments that the Israelites were commanded to keep and to follow and to do them, so that it would be their wisdom in the sight of the nation, right? Which we know that the whole world know who the people of Jerusalem is. They know that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, they know that we're Israelites. Even though, you got these theologians like Vocab and them that want to deny it. But this is a clear indication that the people are not in the land because the law of the Lord haven't went forth. And one of the biggest, one of the biggest identifying things, that's going on in the land of Israel is that they have this pink city, Tel Aviv, which is directly against the law of the Lord. And we know what pink city, Tel Aviv about. The rainbow community. See? And you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to go into it right now, but the rainbow community is an abomination according to the law of the Lord. All right? According to the God of the Bible. And we know this. All right? So, of course, you can obviously see the law of the Lord is not being executed, okay? It's not being pushed or promoted. It's not being enforced. Okay. Verse 4. And this is another one, right? And he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. Now, from the looks of it, they're going to break out into a civil war within the land of Israel. See? So, as you can see, there's not no rest in the land, all right? Now, I pulled up the word unrest from the online etymology. You see it say unrest, and it breaks it down. It says which means not, right? And then rest, if you don't know what rest means, rest is to sleep, repose, rest, a bed or couch, intermission of labor, mental peace, state of quiet or repose, rest, peace. So we know that we don't see any of this going on in the land of Israel. All right, remember that the Lord said that his people will return and be at rest, and none shall make them afraid, right? I brought that out in Jeremiah, what's that, Jeremiah 30, 31. I'll get it real quick. But we can't be the people according to vocab in them, Job 30 and 10. Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith the Lord, neither be dismayed, or Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity, and Jacob shall return and be in rest and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. Which obviously you don't see Jacob in the land, and you don't see any rest in the land. All right, so what that tells you, that obviously we're not in the kingdom of heaven, okay? Because when the people return into the land, they're going to be, all right, in rulership. All right, the kingdom will be restored to Israel. Okay, so obviously we don't see that, man. All right, we know that the Lord had given the law, all right, unto the children of Israel. Let me get that upstairs. Deuteronomy 29. I believe that's 29. Bear with me 1 second. Let me get it. Deuteronomy 29 and verse 29. It says, Deuteronomy 29:29. The secret things belong unto the Lord our God, but those things which are revealed belong unto us and to our children forever, that we may do all the words of this law. See? So when it refers to his ways, or that Jacob shall teach us his ways, like it said in Isaiah the 2nd chapter, talking about the heathen, how they're gonna come up to us and ask us to teach us, basically how to keep the law, because they're gonna be forced to keep the law of the Lord. All right, but you don't see nations flowing into the land of Israel right now. The land of Israel is in a chaotic state right now. They're in civil unrest right now. So, and all the words of this law is not being performed. That's why we know that the people of Jacob, which is the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, are not in that land. You have the people of the Edomites, all right, of the house of Esau, Edom, that's in that land. And as you can see, excuse me, they're not keeping the laws, commandments, statutes, and judgments. All right. Matter of fact, what's that? Isaiah 26. Let's get this real quick. Isaiah 26:10. It says, "Let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness." What's the righteousness? According to the law. It says, "Let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord." So you have a people in the land of the uprightness, right? Or the land of uprightness, I'm sorry, which is the land of Israel, and they don't behold the majesty of the Lord, because the Lord commanded his people to keep the law. Point blank, period, man. In the discussion, man. There's no excuse, man. The people in the land don't follow instructions on how to what? Keep the law, commandments, statutes, and judgment. Like the people of the Lord was commanded to do. Psalms 50 and 16. "But unto the wicked, the Heavenly Father said, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instruction, and casting my words behind thee?" And this is the reason why they're trying to, this is the reason why they have, made their own laws and judicial processes, which judicial things pertains to law, all right, and ordinances. So the law of the Lord is not even upheld or recognized, which, they claim to follow the Torah. The Torah is referring to what? The law of Moses. So it's evident, man. All right, so when you see the people return to the land, the law of Moses, which was given to Moses by the Lord, that will be upheld. That's why the Lord said he would put his laws into our inward parts, into our hearts. The Lord said he would do that to the children of Israel. Okay. So that the children of Israel would not go off anymore. That's the whole reason behind it. So I'm going to leave it at that. Lord willing, this little short video have been edifying. I got to get back into the plantation. But Lord willing, this has been edifying. Until next time, I'm going to say shalom.